I listen. Speak swiftly. Go and make legend.
What memory do you bring? Find the forgotten. I can teach or learn until we are needed. I listen and remember. When the Haranir first walked this land, they met no welcome, only fangs and fury, as creatures struck with deliberate, unseen intent. Battle was joined, hoof and claw against vine and thorn, but in that frenzy, they teetered on the abyss of madness. Wey'nan saw the point from which his people were struck. Thus, the hunted became the hunter, drawn to the silent cave where truth lay hidden. The beast lay broken alongside Weynan's fallen kin. Had they fallen to its claws, or his own? Rage numbed him until the scent of home pulled him back from the abyss. A lesson unmarked is a lesson soon forgotten. So Wey'nan took the remains of his foe in order to make a charm of remembrance. Clutching his foe's remains, Wey'nan led his allies to a magical dust-filled cavern. There, the remnants were bound into a charm, balance held in both hand and heart. And so the charm was made, a warning, a reminder. We must be more than instinct. Words? Remember, always. Search for the past. Welcome to the cradle. I am Axum, and I listen to the voice of the cradle. I carry knowledge that is hidden to even most Haranir. The goddess's memories have been shared with me, and I share them only with those who understand their importance. Continue to learn about the Haranir and our history. I am interested to see if you and perhaps another are worthy of those memories. Words? Search for the past. The Cauldron of Echoes first belonged to Zursha Sayalio. She was no simple artist. She was the bridge to the forgotten. As the memories of the Haranir faded, she sought ways to bind them to the world. Colors alone could not carry history. She needed more. With the paint made within her cauldron, Sayalio would put her very soul into the paintings and finding memories even beyond her own. This was no ordinary pigment. The Aln dust within began to rage. Chaos spilled forth, the Cauldron of Echoes convulsing as untamed colors took flight. Zialio searched for answers in what the pigments left behind, trying to weave a revelation yet unseen. Through Alndust's shimmer, Zialio unlocked the secrets of the living paintings. With power entwined with peril, she entrusted that legacy to the Surashar. I listen and remember. Until we are needed. Find the forgotten. I listen and remember. Remember always. The Haranir always avoided the rift of Aln. The dissonant echoes of the goddess's song brought madness. The violent manifestations within brought death. But a creature called Motaka led the manifestations from the rift, threatening all of Haranda. Obael knew the Echoless Flame was their best hope. In the presence of the Echoless Flame, none could hear the goddess's song. The manifestations were racked by the discordant song of the rift, but the Echoless Flame brought them peace. Obaio knew that the power remaining within the Echoless Flame was not enough to destroy Mordecai. Instead, the flame was split into 3 wards that would contain the beast and save all of Haranir. Mordecai was contained, but the creature continues to plague the Rift of Aln even to this day. Obaio found the flames were not all that was sacrificed. She no longer heard the goddess. The connection had been burned out of her. She saw in this not pain, but duty. Immune to the echoes, she hunted the shadows within the rift and trained any who made her sacrifice to do the same.
Listen to the roots. Walk careful.
Words? Until we are needed. What memory do you bring? Search for the past. Fungarian tenacity meets Utani thorns and all of Haranir bleeds. We Haranir step in, not to win a war, but to prune it before the rot consumes all. The first skirmish is halted, yet anger still simmers. The leaders of both sides refuse to reason, except for one.
We offer greetings. May the spores be with you.
This one tends. Done here.
Be you well?
Behold, Russula, an advocate for mercy whose plea was drowned by the drums of war. But Russula knew how to make their voice heard over the din. Grown to a size that none could ignore, the Pangaria used their might to put an end to the battle. Their actions were to separate the combatants, not break them. With the fighting ended, they laid down their spear and asked the Haranir to stop the killing. This is Russula's lesson. Strength can bring victory, but tempered with mercy, it brings a greater victory. I listen and remember. Until we are needed. What memory do you bring? Find the forgotten. The Seekers did not cry out for the goddess's return. They listened and waited in the quiet places where memory clings. Some creatures became consumed with gluttony in order to fill the void created from her departure. Some creatures still sang in harmony with her. The creatures remembered where she had been. Some creatures forgot her song and listened only to the silence that followed. The stones echoed her song, but this one was different. Within it, the song stirred yearning to share its tune. They followed not a path, but an echo of feeling. She was not in the light. She was the warmth it left behind. The Seekers sat in silence. Even there, we heard her song. We called out with song. She did not answer, but something she left behind did. And it was enough. She did not return, but something of her remained, blooming in the silence for those who remembered. I can teach or learn. Remember, always. I can teach or learn. In the early days, we knew little of the wars in Azeroth above that echoed even here. Russula the Huntress was the first to notice the dying roots. The land was being burned and poisoned. Russula and her followers were not going to have their home destroyed. She discovered the power we use to take the shape of beasts allowed her to connect to the roots. She took hold of the roots and bent them to her will, connecting to the animus of the world. The roots bent back, and her fight became less of body and more of spirit. With her newfound powers, she chased away the poison, she healed the burns, she untangled the knots. The roots now saw her as an ally, a guardian. They showed their new warden the secret of the rootways. The rootways connected all of the great trees, reaching through Azeroth and beyond. To seal this pact, the roots surrendered a piece of themselves, as did Russula. Together, they forged the root of the world. Russula became both first Root Warden and the first Root Walker. I I listen and remember. Remember always. I can teach or learn. In the early days of Haranir, our sky was dark. The goddess was gone, the land was growing weak. It was Wey'nan who saw the damage the darkened sky was causing. Wey'nan was the one who reached out to the Rutani and the Fungarians. He asked if it was always this way.
This one hears. Return to task.
What new things?
It was a time of fear, but Wey'nan knew what he had to do. He took the shape of a local flying beast. Wey'nan's goal was to reach the cradle where the goddess had once been, an impossible task. Haranir magic was made for hunting, and most borrow the shape of hunters. Wey'nan chose the shape of prey, a small but tenacious creature of Haranir that could fly for long hours. He flew as hard and as far as he could, tiny wings beating faster than any. If Wey'nan reached the cradle or what he found, we will never know. From the sky, a stone fell and the light returned. Wey'nan was no more. The Rutani and Fungarian elders, in a rare act of cooperation, blessed the stone together and gave it to the Haranir. Light bathed our realm again. The plants breathed, the roots prospered. And now we see the stone again. I listen and remember. Find the forgotten. What memory do you bring? Until we are needed.
You have come far, stranger. Wild guide you well. I am willing to do whatever the goddess asks of me. I am not afraid.
So, you do not fear to sacrifice whatever is necessary, Wey'nan, hmm? You would have no fear of sacrificing yourself? But would you sacrifice others?
I would.
To sacrifice yourself is noble. To sacrifice others is fanatical. Are you still willing to follow this path?
The others follow me because they believe, as I do, that we can find the goddess and we can save her. What must I do, Oxem?
To follow this path, to know what the goddess wants you to know, you must be strong. And to be strong is to protect and not to sacrifice. You must protect not only the Haranir, but also those who live in the goddess. All of Aln'hara's children, all the peoples of the world. Are you prepared to endure this ritual and to learn what cannot be forgotten?
I am ready, and I know I need not walk this path alone.
What do you seek? You have questions. Go without fear. What memory do you bring? Remember, always. Approach. What do you seek? Every wielder of that root staff has woven new life into it. It's a living record of all that have come before. If it is gone for good, it would be a tremendous loss of history to the Haranir.
There you are. You're not afraid of a few little birds, I hope? No?
Good.
Are you lost? Hunt well. Go softly. Oxem is counting on you. Search the big fever's nests and look for anything that tells you where the staff might be. Speak quick and clear. Are you lost? Hunt well. Go softly. Haranir's a dangerous place, with secrets behind every waterfall. That is, if you've got the guts to look. Come, let's see if Oxem chose his student wisely, hmm? Challenge accepted. Such intensity from an outsider. Take the staff. You've proven your strength.
You have questions. What do you seek? You have questions. As Aln'hara wills. I can teach or learn. Search for the path. Approach. Walking with now is the time. You have proven your dedication to our history and your strength in combat. You are ready to learn the deepest truth of the Cradle.
What must we do to prepare our minds?
You must be ready to change your very understanding of the goddess. Once you know the truth, you can't unknow it. There is no going back from here.
At some point, Rowena, you've got to stop coming down here.
I go where the goddess calls.
Speak quick and clear. Hunt well.
Let us prepare ourselves with the water and the essence. I'll meet you back here when we're ready. This place! I hear her voice so loud, so frightened. Was it always so? What did Oxum mean when he said we must give up our assumptions about the goddess? What could be so terrible that the truth must be hidden from us? Goddess, give us the courage to face what mysteries lie ahead. The truth cannot be unknown.
Are you lost? Go softly. Speak to me. You have come far, stranger. I shall watch for you.
A manifestation grows deep in the rift of Aln. If it is not stopped soon, it could destroy Haranir. Even the Shulka cannot reach so deep in the rift without risking our end in the madness. But you can. Slay this malformed creature before it threatens lands beyond the rift of Aln. This one was allowed to grow for too long. The rift has formed it into something terrible. Without the goddess to shape it, it is only torment and rage. It must be stopped.
1.
She forgets us all! Feel my pain! Curse! Death is easy! My prey! Away!
One day, the goddess may be able to shape what forms here into what they should be. Until then, the Shulka must protect the world from their rage and sorrow. Thank you, friend. Approach. you have questions. As Aln'hara wills. Long before the Haranir came to this land, the goddess slept in her cradle. For countless eons she was at peace, her power growing with this world, until she cried out in terror as the intruder snatched her away, took her from her cradle, and left a scar of destruction.
The Rift of Aln. Is that why her voice is so loud and terrifying there?
Yes. It echoes with her screams and is haunted by her nightmares. For not only was she taken, but she has been imprisoned. Our goddess is held captive against her will, unable to return to the cradle, and we who follow her voice.
And who did this?
We know only that it was a powerful force not of this world. If the others knew this, they would rage to the surface and tear the world apart to find her. We feared such an exodus would mean the end of our people. But you, Wey'nan, have found out allies who could match this immense power. Perhaps the time for caution has passed.
I swear, Elder, I will find the goddess wherever she has been taken, and I will see her brought home.
What do you seek? Approach. Walk in wisdom.